30 seconds. The static electricity can last all day, and it adds an additional barrier for the virus to get through. So it would be extra hard for it to get through by you having that electrical charge. And it's by rubbing your mask with plastic or a rubber glove for about 30 seconds.
Wow, there you go. We got to keep dropping it, man, and do some Google search. Do whatever you got to do to learn. And tell us. Write us at tcmissionspeaks@gmail.com. Tell all the advice and extra new things that can be done. It might be an invention for you. I ask my people to embrace this change. And this change is going to bring some beautiful changes out of it. People are going to come up with all new ideas, inventions, advice, and we ask them to be in the middle of that, to spread the word for that. That's what we're here for, the communication bridge gap, to close that gap. And we are here for you. We got all avenues at transitionalchangesmission.wordpress.com. And there you can see all the hotlines if anybody in trouble or need any advice or just a prayer. Make sure you call those numbers. We are here for you. We think about everybody. We are appreciative of everybody, and we love the holidays. Now, do not say that the change might be, and that's why I'm trying to tell everybody or advise everybody to embrace this moment, November the 26th, 2020. It could be the beginning or the end, but we are here now. Prayer with your family, grab your hands, bow your heads, and thank each other.
And one thing about it, many people do not think rationally when they face with the threat of the unknown. Your brain gets into what we call a hypervigilant adrenal situation. It feels like the rug is being pulled out from under you. To be prepared for a rapid reaction, we see hot emotions overriding cool rationality. You fall back on survival instincts, which could be, I'm going to posture for a fight and be defiant. I'm in control, when in fact, you're out of control.
And have no control.
Right. When emotions are high, many people also exhibit confirmation bias, which is when people only look for and accept information that supports what they've already decided is the truth. It heightens the tribal nature and the political divide. They bond with the tribe either wearing or not wearing masks and dig their heels in to defend their position. But it's not only those who actively denounce masks who can be seen not following the guidelines. Some people may let the mask rest below their nose or on their chin while they out with their family. And others take the mask off when they talking to other people. And this just happens because human nature is not good at judging probability in the moment, which is why it's good that you're listening to Transitional Changes Mission, because it shows you that people may let their guard down and take off their mask if they feel safe, or rationalize that since they have been okay for months, it's not so bad to take off the mask for a little while. While they visiting family and friends, and somebody might, you don't know who the next person have been around, or if they had their mask on all day or anything like that. So it's always good to be observant and keep talking to your family members and friends and colleagues, younger, older, healthier people, everybody. They tend to downplay the risk of the virus to themselves. And it's similar to like addictive behavior programs where people who are smoking cigarettes or driving while intoxicated rationalize their behavior. Oh, I did this because of that, or I'm doing this because of this. And it's really no excuse, because if you know better, you do better.
And yes, my people, that goes along with eating too.
So eat right, eat healthy, take care of yourself, take care of your family.
And yes, Transitional Changes is glad to be here at this moment in time to bring the unity to the communities and the worldwide movement. And we also are glad to spread humanity. With that said, we ask people to keep this open heart. Not only maybe you being behind closed doors and extending it with your own family, extend it to strangers. It was great movement of people and organizations that was feeding America, feeding the world at this time.
That's right.
But one thing that I ask people to keep this going after all the holidays, make this a priority.
Yes, yes. And we understand seeing and observing facial expressions is important to us. I would definitely want to know if somebody is sticking their tongue out at me, but you don't know if they walking around with a mask on. I don't know if somebody got their lip poked out, things that you can't see. So we understand that. But at the same time, we also understand that your life, your health, your strength is more important than all that.
And you are more important. You will be the light that is visiting or at that house with your family. Make it very creative. Make it fun while y'all at that table. Make this one of the best holidays ever.
That's right.
Because this is the one for you. You still here for a purpose.
In the present.
And keep it going. Keep this humanity going. That's sharing this love among each other. Look out your window and see your neighbor. Make sure they okay. If you see a stranger while you're out and about on Friday of this upcoming weekend, share the love. But continue to do that after Christmas. Continue to do that before Christmas. Continue to do that for the rest of your days. Because all of it will help the humanity of this world. Make your footprint. And that's one thing the Transitional Changes has made a footprint in many communities. Pray that we are making a footprint in this podcast show. We know we have because we got a lot of followers that we did not expect or didn't never think of. People want to hear me and Queen Summers talk.
Thank you all. Thank you all. And also, not only that, but we know that the smallest step here at Transitional Changes Mission that you can do right now while you listening to us is have your mask on. I got my mask on. Do you got your mask on, King?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let's all wear our masks and listen to each other and be safe.
And make it creative with the Zoom. I think Zoom, you can do a conference call among all family, around 6-10 people. They got all kind of internet avenues that us older generation need to adapt to.
Yes.
Technology been here, but now is the time.
And so think of the positives. Instead of having to fill your gas tank up, going from house to house to go collect a plate, you can pick up your phone.
Yeah.
And be at all houses at one time. Everybody talking together.
Yes. Showing pictures on live, Facebook or Twitter.
Yes.
Or
yes.
Sharing your recipe that you use or showing the expression after your husband eat a new recipe. All these are some of the things that we hope to promote and share with people to do listening to this podcast show.
And try a family cooking challenge. Family cooking challenge dessert round. That would be an excellent thing to do with your family.
Yes. But we're going to take a quick break and take this last break to come back and talk about the next show and keep you going and come up with some more ideas. Just keep the love going, man. This is the holiday season, and thank you and happy Thanksgiving.
You can pick up your fork now. We'll be back.
Thank you.
And welcome back to Transitional Changes Mission Podcast Show. This is your host, Queen Summers.
With your host, King Summers.
And while we are doing our budget for Black Friday, we're going to think about the aspects of a great budget.
Yes.
Because it's very easily to slip into materialism.
Yes, that's what our next show is to talk about. But we're going to close this Thanksgiving party out that we're having right now and finish it up and let you go back to enjoying the rest of the day with your family. And we hope that we inspired you or have you follow us or share us to all your family and friends. And we love you.
Yes. And thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving. And from Transitional Changes Mission Podcast Show, King and Queen Summers and our family, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, my people, and a safe one too.
Make sure you got your mask on.
Yes. Now, my people, we are at that point of Black Friday.
Ooh.
The start of the ending year holiday. They're buying and all this advertisement. What's the TV's now? 95-inch?
Yes. Yes.
Well, we don't talk about that a little bit on our next Sunday first show. We got an interesting topic episode here, and that will be called Materialism and Youth Obesity.
Yes, yes. And materialism is the general view about what actually exists. So, put bluntly, the view is just this. Everything that actually exists is material or physical.
Yes, my people. And we're going to give y'all a little bit more details. I'm going to give you my perspective of what materialism is, the history of it, knowledge of it to me and to our family, and what I think it should be in the near future.
That's right. And characterized in this way as a doctrine about what exists, materialism is not just a view about how we know or just a semantic view about the meaning of terms. So we have a lot to get into with the materialism. And while you have your children doing their Christmas lists and everything, think about the season. And it is better to give than to receive.
Yes, my people. And that means on this Thanksgiving Day, if y'all had some leftovers, bring me a plate. Now share your plate and food to others, man. I mean,
Yes.
you might have table full, refrigerator full of stuff, man. There's somebody out here that need it.
Yes.
In this nation. And we'll advocate that you share the love, not only with food, with just love. But if you do have some extra givings to give to anybody, that's a part of what Thanksgiving is about. And that is to help your youth from being obesity. That's one of the next topics that we got, and that youth obesity is the beginning of that child life and how it steps on from you giving it to them.
So instead of that PS5, we're going to talk about some life goals on how to change in weight.
And increment this into your homeschooling. I mean, that was our previous show. If you go on podbean.com and type in Transitional Changes Mission, we had a previous show of homeschooling. And we laid up to speak about youth obesity, catering to that, into the holiday now, to watch the obesity of yourself and your child mainly. Because with homeschooling and obesity, that is a reflection of you.
Absolutely. So once again, from King and Queen Summers at Transitional Changes Mission, we like to say happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you Sunday night.
Yes, 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 my people. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. Continue to have a happy holiday. This is just the beginning. And make sure you keep tuning in to this Christmas holiday laid back music of choice that we have made for the people while they sitting back listening. You can keep the headphones set on after this show and keep enjoying this selection of holiday music.
Oh, and before we go, King, I want to give a shout out to everybody in Las Vegas